What up, Mac heads? What up with it, YouTube? Got another Sherm story / crack story for y'all today. Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories.
I wonder what they lit to drink that way. I wonder what they lit to drink that way. I wonder what they lit to drink that way.
That was it. I never stopped banging. I started banging hard, then I got so hard till it was a shame.
Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Stories. In today's story, I'm going to take you back to the house across from 54th Street Elementary School. This is during school season. School is in. The bells are ringing. There was this guy named David Ford that lived in the neighborhood 2 blocks west of us, Slauson and Valley Ridge. We knew their family knew ours because of his sister went to school with my sister, and they from about that same era. Their kids grew up, went to 54th Street School together and stuff like that. And so this is actually Sean Ford, who I told the stories about being with Bobby Day, swinging on Bobby Day. I don't know if I told y'all this story about when he called the police on her. The police took him instead of her. But anyway, so close friends of the family. But David, before my time or my awareness, David had went to USC. And he was like a chemist or scientist, something like that. And he's dealing with these chemicals. And some way, somehow, he ends up trying to make like some PCP. And he takes a hit of it, and it completely ruined his entire life. David became mentally ill. David was kind of like what we call crazy. So he would always walk around the neighborhood by himself doing crazy things. I remember one time I seen him at Chambers Shoe Shine on the corner of Eileen and Slauson. And he has this hammer, and he's just hitting the wall. I drive around the neighborhood, stop at a few homie spots, swerve a little bit, and come back, and David is still. So I said, damn, they ain't called the police on this dude or nothing. So I decided to tell David, go home, man, because I care about him and I know the family. So I pull up on him. I'm like, hey, David, what are you doing? And he's ignoring me at first. So I get up on him, David. He's like, oh, what's up? So he calls me by my middle name. He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, what are you doing, man? He's like, oh, nothing. What's up with you? Nothing. He said, hey, man. Called me by my middle name again. He said, let me get a dime. Oh, let me see. So I pull some change out, give him like 75 cents. He like, no. I want a dime. I'm like, I just got quarters on me. And he said, no, a dime, one of them white things, one of them little hard white things. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, man, I done been in the car with Sean when we come to your house. You just didn't know I was in the car. And they be buying rocks from you. I'm like shocked. Like, I ain't never seen David come by the house. I didn't even know he was smoking. I just thought he was crazy. So I'm like, nah, man, I don't fuck around. He's like, yes, you do. I said, nah, I don't fuck around. And he's talking normal. He's acting normal, but he's acting desperate like he really want to get high. But he's talking normal and shit. He ain't acting crazy and shit. So I'm like, damn, this nigga got a turn on and turn off switch. He can act like he's crazy when he want to and be normal when he want to. So it's this guy named Rick that we call Big Rick in the neighborhood that used to sell dope. Rick came from Arkansas, built up his clientele, his money and stuff like that. Used to send work back to Arkansas, so he bought property all throughout the neighborhood. He had a cousin or two, I believe, from the set. And but he originated in the CMGs. I had told a story one time where he yelled out, "This mafia," and we chased him. Well, Rick ended up living in the hood and becoming well known in the hood. He supplied a lot of homies. He also bought dope from homies just to keep the rapport and keep his pockets going. But Rick, although he sold rocks and ounces, he also bought rocks and ounces, but he sold keys and sent keys back to Arkansas. So Rick did real well for himself, rest in peace. And I find out that Rick is getting this boy's whole check. So now I feel like obligated, like, nigga, this is my resident. I've been knowing this nigga all this time. You know, I felt ornery when it came to smokers within, you know, a small perimeter in our neighborhood, right? I felt like I had some type of governing body over them, right? And it was just me being arrogant and selfish and greedy, right? But sometimes I pushed that line, sometimes I didn't. So I'm like, shit. So I go over to their house. I'm like, David, what's up? And he's, what's up? Call me by my middle name. And I'm like, shit, you want something? He like, yeah, what you got? I said, man, whatever you need. How much your check? Man, I get $800 every month. Oh, shit. Well, your credit line, $800. So I give him that credit line, right? And that'll cut Rick out. So in about 30 days or whenever that next check was, Rick comes by my house. Rick's this big old dude. He, you know, not in shape, muscular, but he's a big old dude, country dude. Has his do-rag on and shit. And Rick comes by and he's like, hey. He like, Kev, man, David owe you some money? And my first thought is, no, deny. Not because I'm scared of him, but so he don't know I done backdoor this customer. And I'm like, why? He said, cuz, man, this nigga owe me some money, right? He said, but whatever he owe you, I'm going to take him to cash the check and break you off. So I said, he owed me $800. He said, man, that's his whole check. I said, yeah, that's what he owed me. So he said, all right. He said, I'm going to pay you the $800. He said, but I'm finna lock this motherfucker up in my spot. He ain't going nowhere. This nigga finna pay me next month his whole check. Shit, that's on y'all. So Rick kept his word. Rick was a man of his word. He didn't want no confrontation or nothing like that. You know, he kept it fair. He went to do cash his check, came, gave me the $800. When Rick gets paid the following month and let this dude go, he comes to my house. He comes to my house and school is in across the street. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. School starts at like 8:10, 8:15 in the morning. So you got parents bringing kids to school late. You know, you got people checking in the school. You got the faculty right there in the windows. My house is right outside the windows, right outside, right in front of the front door. So the office sees everything going on the block, on where I live at. Excuse me. And so this fool is standing in front of my house, yelling out my middle name. Let me get a 20, man. Let me get a 20. Let me get a 20. And I'm like, oh shit, what is this fool doing, man? So I'm trying to ignore him and hope it go away. And it ain't going away. It's not going away. This dude is standing in front of my house, man. And then he gets to playing and talking to my tree in the front yard. And everybody in the school is seeing this shit. So I come outside when I think it's clear. I say, man, get the hell from in front of my house. Come on, man. Give me a 20, man. Give me a 20. And he's getting louder and louder. And now he's yelling and fussing. Man, I don't know why you do me like this. I don't know why you treat me like this. You let everybody else come over here and you serve them. Why don't you serve me, man? All I need is a 20. You know I get a whole check. I'll pay you. And I'm like, man, what is wrong with this fool? I want to collar him up. I want to sock him out. But I want to pretend like I don't know this crazy motherfucker. So now the sheriff come. The sheriff pull up, jump out, and I'm like, oh shit. So I'm running, hiding, putting all my shit up, and go out to the window, and I'm looking and listening. And he's like, man, I'm just trying to get my fix. All I want is my fix. I'm just trying to get my fix. I'm like, this motherfucker. Dave, you motherfucker, you. And so eventually the sheriff let him go, but they steady looking at my window. Because I know they want me bad anyway. I know they want to catch me and everything. But Dave ain't giving them no info as far as details of anything. He just keeps saying he want his fix. He need his fix. So when the sheriff leave and shit, Dave walks about 4 houses down the street. And I go down there and I chastise him and shit, and I threaten him and everything. And he like, man, why you do me like this? I said, man, why you be acting crazy and then you be normal? Why the fuck would you come to my house and you see everybody at the school? I apologize. Call me by my middle name. I apologize, man. I just want to get high. I'm like, man, you can't be coming to my house, man. Don't come to my house. And so I wouldn't serve Dave no more. I wouldn't serve him no more, man. And one day I was on Slauson, and he said, can I holler at you? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He like, man, I really apologize, man. I smoked some PCP, and I was tripping. I'm like, yeah, you was tripping, nigga. I ain't fucking with you. I ain't never fucking with you ever, nigga. Like, you wrong, man. Like, nigga, you ain't that crazy. I don't care if you was on PCP. That fool stood in front of my house so long, man, brought so much attention to my house. I was hot. But, I didn't do anything physically. I didn't touch him or nothing like that. I really felt he was crazy, not knowing this fool was a crackhead and a shermhead the whole time. But that's it for today, man. Hope you liked the story. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I tell all sorts of stories here, gang stories, gambling stories, drug stories, just stories from back during my childhood and my teenage years. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to click that like button. If you're new, please subscribe. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
This is Los Angeles.